We're heading to the spot. Got about an hour or two after work. It's supposed to rain around 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So it's about 3 o'clock right now, 3:15, something like that. So 2-3 hours to fish. It's a good half-hour hike to get to the spot also. So yeah, welcome to Vinny's Fishing. This is the way I fish. There is no certain way to fish like a lot of people lead you to believe. Man, figure out what works for you and do it. You know, take advice from people, yeah. I ain't been fishing all that long. This is my 4th year fishing this particular reservoir, and I feel like I got it figured out. Not all the way. Obviously, I'm a bank fisherman, so I can't get out deep. But this is the time of year that I call the pre-spawn. And in my area, this is when the big fish come up shallow. In Maryland, a 5-6 pound bass is a giant. Right, so they're not really coming up shallow just yet, but there are bass starting to come up shallow. They don't seem to be chasing the shad yet. But once them shad come up to them shallow flats and points and stuff, them giant bass will follow them and chase them around. I think the water's still a little too cold for them to be chasing shad. It's like 40-degree water temperature. So it's like the 2nd week of February. So in Maryland, the water temperature is still cold. We got some snow a little bit ago, a month ago or so, and ever since then, the fishing has just sucked. And that's why I haven't gotten no videos out. So, came here yesterday, caught 2 bass and a big pickerel. And of course, I didn't have my GoPro because I really wasn't expecting to catch anything. But if I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I gotta have this thing on me at all times. I'm realizing that. But yeah, the season is almost on, man. I'm about to be catching them here soon. They seem to be eating off the bottom, so I threw a jerk bait, a freaking chatterbait, swim bait, lipless crankbait. Caught no bass. As soon as I threw this Z-Man Senko 4-inch, they call it a big TRD, but it's just a 4-inch Senko. I got a bite first cast, so they're obviously eating crawfish off the bottom, and they ain't ready to chase shad yet. So let's see what we can do. I'm throwing this on a Max Smash 7.3 medium heavy fast action rod, and just a cheap Piscifun Torrent 1 reel. I bought this like 2 years ago. I used it for frogging last year, one of my frogging setup for snakehead, just because I didn't want to beat up my Shimano reels. Frogging for snakehead is rough on your gear, really rough. But it's super fun. Y'all will see me catch some snakehead this year, for sure. Snakehead fishing is probably my favorite. Snakehead is my favorite species to target. You almost have, it's almost like hunting. You really gotta be sneaky and quiet. They hang out right on the banks and the shallows. They'll see you long before you see them most of the time. May not be any fish here today. I don't know. only made 2 casts. I can't say that. Wanted to start out with the crawl first, because I believe that's what they're coming up in this rocky point for. I know there's crawfish in here, because I've seen them before. Water doesn't look as dirty as it was yesterday either. See if I can get a longer cast without backlashing. There we go. This is actually a decent reel for $30, $40. It's not the budget reel that I would recommend to y'all. I was thinking about doing a video on the one that I would. The best reel for under $50. Just like a short maybe. I mean, that reel that I have, I paid like $45 for it. It's called a Piscifun Carbon XCS. It's a dual braking system. I mean, that is almost my favorite reel that I have above the Corrado DC. Almost. I'd say I like them equally, to be honest. Might sound crazy for a $50 reel compared to a $280 reel, but what is it? Oh no, thought that was a fish. It don't hurt to swing and miss now. Must have been a rock. Don't be afraid to swing and miss, because if you got one and you don't swing, you're going to know it and you're going to be upset. Well, I'll cut y'all back on if something interesting happens. Finally got one, boys. I don't know what we got yet. Well, we got one. It's a bass. Nice, healthy bass. Look at this guy. Look at this guy with all the spots. Come here, buddy. Don't come off. Don't come off. We got him. We got him. Look at the bass. Look at the spots on this thing. That's a healthy bass there, boy. Yep, I felt him bite. And I laid down. I wish I had the camera on, but wasn't getting a whole lot of action. We're gonna get a weight on this one. Look at the coloration. What is that from? I mean, he is covered in it. Jeez. Let's pull out the scale. Hang tight, buddy. Hang tight. I'll get you back in there. £3, 5 ounces. Can y'all see? I don't know if you can see, but that's a nice bass there. Biggest of 2024 for me. A little over 3 1/4. And the rain is coming. Let's get the release on this. I don't know if that's a male. It's probably a female. Look at the gut on that thing. Nothing sticking out his throat, but all right, Bubba. Go ahead. Nice fish. Nice healthy fish. And it's raining. 40-some degrees out here, so I might have to pick this video up tomorrow. I got my umbrella with me, but I really don't want to get wet when it's 40 degrees out here, so we'll see what happens. All right, back for day 2. Actually, day 3. Yesterday, I tried to go fishing, but it was just too windy. We had 20-mile-an-hour winds with 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So it didn't work out, but I got maybe 30 to 45 minutes to fish today after work. I'm trying to catch at least one more fish to make a video. I mean, I sure would hate to post a video catching one fish, but that's just the way it is in Maryland right now. So we'll see what happens. I ain't got much time, but it is last light of the day, which I seem to have pretty good luck. So we'll see what happens. They're here. Just got bit. Missed them though. I did find gloves in my bag too. I forgot I put them in there. Dadgummit. That felt like a good one too, man. Straight out. See if we can't get him to bite again. I hope that didn't spook him setting the hook, trying to. Telling you, they're munching the bottom rigs for some reason. You would think it's too cold for crawfish to be out, but they come up to this rocky point for a reason. I've thrown jerk baits out here, swim baits, slow rolling them. I've thrown rattle traps, nothing. And as soon as I threw a Senko out there, I got bit. And you put that gizzard shad scent on there and they smell it, I'm telling you, it gets them. That one didn't feel like no baby. I feel like I might have spooked him yanking it out of his mouth. I probably didn't wait long enough before I set the hook. This is not a small, it's a 2-aught heavy hammer hook, which is really the size of a 3-aught gamakatsu. So the package says 2-aught, but it's really the size of a 3-aught. So with a 5 3/4 worm, I should have like a 4 or 5-aught hook on here. With worms, I don't like to use EWGs. They don't come through the grass as good. I would prefer to have a 5-aught gamakatsu worm hook on here. Oh, I think one might have it. There he is. There he is. We got one, boys. We got one. For some reason, my GoPro just cut off, but got a good one. And oh, he's bleeding. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get him out fast. God damn it. I don't even want to take a picture. Damn, buddy, you swallowed it like that? It's a worm. Yeah, he got it down in his gills. Oh, he wasn't even hooked bad, but he's bleeding a little bit. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll get you back fast. That's probably a 1.5 pounder, maybe 2 max. Go ahead. Down there and heel. Probably a 1.5 pounder. I don't know why my GoPro cut off. I guess that's what I get for buying a cheap SD card. It said GoPro can't record. Yeah, my GoPro keeps cutting off. Do not buy a PNY SD card from Amazon. I mean, it's a V30 card. I've never had it cut off before, but it keeps saying recording stop. SD card cannot record with these settings. It's only on 1080. But anyway, we got one. It sucks that he was bleeding. I didn't even take a picture for the Facebook group, but it's all right. It's all right. Hopefully this GoPro acts up. I just tried to take the SD card out and put it back in. Took the battery out and all. We'll see what happens. I sure hope this thing ain't junk.